It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cards and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16. And we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gunn here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win.
Okay, ready? Check pink, check white, switch, yellow, run.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, it's Walker, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to Walker on first down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 4 catches, 74 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cardinals hit 11-3 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Murray again. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Down at the 31. Murray now to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage strip.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. So that drive goes all plays. And it's finished up by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. This is the tight end Fan. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Moore on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Murray. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, #8 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Returning it is Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's got it to the 43 here. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Straight ahead running. Here's Dallas. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on third and 5, third and 6, third and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Murray now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Throwing again, Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. No, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, and to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays. And then you bring that to your way the next time.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. but clearly there's some growing still to do.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And caught right side, Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. A tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd and inches, Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McCann, open good. The lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there, 5 plays and 80 yards. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll kick things off with a rematch of Super Bowl 25. Buffalo making one of 2 visits to MetLife Stadium this year. This one to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the 2nd quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters, and that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They're going option play on 3rd down. That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And the reception made by Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Murray now on 1st down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Murray a give. This is counter. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, the pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. First down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier in this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McCann for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. With that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
To throw is Murray. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now wasted time, ball right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught, block it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll look to throw again. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Might have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen.
Oh, yeah. I'm gunning for 6 touchdowns passing with Murray right now. No mercy.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. So a much rosier.
Yeah, he's got 4 touchdown passes to DeAndre Hopkins already.
It's knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that.
Missed my first field goal last game. Or this game might have been 64 yards. I missed it. Came up like a yard short.
Connor up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Connor on the read option. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Again, it's Connor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this.
Yeah, have you ever had an EA account? Have you ever played online before?
Back in training camp, they knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Yeah, you probably got to set up an EA account through whatever email you're using for your PlayStation Network.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running
I'm not
game.
100% sure, though, man, because I've had my account for, like, I don't even know, 10 years. I've never changed mine. I just use the same email as my PlayStation account is under.
Here's we come down the stretch in the 4th.
All right, that sounds good, man. Just let me know.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And some room to run now. It's a solid footwork.
Oh, man. Connor might end up with 150 yards by the end of this one.
Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down.
Yeah, especially I've softened the defense up with all that passing. I only missed 4 passes the whole game, I think.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. An option handoff given to Connor. 67 yards rushing for him.
Okay, buddy.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Yeah. If you're talking about Connor, he's 6'1", 230 pounds. About as big as their defensive ends.
Here's the option. Running right. Oh, a nice spin. And Murray with a...
Oh, what do you think about that move?
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
They run behind center with Connor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly...
All right, just grinding the clock out here, man. Up by 25 in 5 minutes. There's no point of rushing.
They'll go option to the short side. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the game.
He's a magician.
Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Oh, hell, for shits and giggles, let's try to get Hopkins his 5th touchdown.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And Hopkins has got it.
Boom!
13 yards out. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes the NFL...
Did you see Kingsbury had his arms up? He looked like something off of a funny movie.
One squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by McKay, up and good.
5 touchdowns. That's got to be close to an NFL record, isn't it? For, receiving touchdowns.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seahawks take back over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the
Oh, another side note, man. I think with this game now, he's now 930 catches he has for his career. Closing in on 1,000.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Gotcha. We'll go with Bib. It sounds better. Bib Shaw. Sounds like a classic nickname.
But still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. Going right back to Fan. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That one unable to develop, never got going.
I'm just saying, there's enough time. We're going for 6.
Defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 12. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. He'll drop to throw. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They still can't get it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end Fant, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. It's complete to Lockett.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. It'll go as a loss.
Look like he broke his legs. I waited forever there in the quarterback spy.
He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football.
In his defense. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option.
Or you remember the old-fashioned Madden where they used to, when the injured players come out and measure them?
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Oh yeah.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still
Hold on, it appears he's injured. Let's measure his yardage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
Oh.
And they turn it over.
Hey, brother, do you see what I see? 14 seconds, 3 timeouts. You know what's coming.
It was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh my God, that safety just moved into freaking cover one. It's going to be one-on-one.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot.
Oh, it ain't over yet. It is not over yet. After all the times the computer cheats, we're going to take advantage of this.
Feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
This time, I got 97 over here, one-on-one coverage. Hollywood Brown. Hike.
Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, shoot, 1 second left.
Passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's got him.
Oh, he didn't get the touchdown. But A.J. Green he just mossed that defender. Good ending. 42-10, not bad.
They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cardinals, the wins keep coming as this one moves.
Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
The road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.